Huh, I guess I never really sat down and thought about the gender ambiguity of birds. Nice try, I've seen Planet of the Apes. Not that I'm complaining, but why does a plant need tits? What the fuck? Definitely don't pick a rabbit. You can never trust a filthy rabbit. This is pretty cute though. So pick a human. Chances are you've already been one for a few years, so you've got that advantage. Plus you already probably know which orifice food goes into, so that'll come in handy. Yeah, pick a human. After apparently a long peyote-fueled thought process, we've named our hero Moon Moon, and he is a direct representation of you, my dear student. Let's see if we can avoid maiming him. So you pop into your ship and boom, your first tutorial quest. I'm sure you can handle this one, right, Moon Moon? Well, you gave it your all, which included your life, so good job? We're just gonna call that one a fluke. Do what the quest says and reward. Don't you feel so good about yourself? That warm feeling in the pit of your stomach? That's satisfaction. You're rewarded with pixels, which are Starbound bucks. These first quests are pretty helpful, so you should pay attention. So now you're gonna spend the next 8 millennia cutting through a tree with your super futuristic matter manipulator. Oh, did I mention you can freeze and starve to death? Because both of those might happen to you in the meantime, real life included. Fantastic job, Moon Moon. You've managed to evade death, construct a shanty, and do unspeakable things to the native populace. I can practically see Columbus's rock-hard erection from here. Alright, you've completed the basics and now you've arrived at this quest. Hey, where are you going? Listen, Moon, I know you're feeling confident with that fire-enchanted mushroom bat and your goggles, but trust me, do not touch that fucking Since our hero has been reduced to a crater that's gonna make future archaeologists vomit, I should probably take over. As you might imagine, going and fucking with the local fauna probably isn't a good idea until you've gotten the basics down. For example, here's a live clip of the first thing that I did in Starbound. Oh shit, they have what? I wonder, they're not hostile, are they? I guess I'll take a What the fuck? But we're gonna take care of that later. The first thing you should probably know about Starbound is how randomly generated everything is. The universe, the galaxies in the universe, the planets inside the galaxies, the biomes in the planets, the creatures in the biomes, the way the creatures look, the items contained inside the creatures, everything, down to the name on the items. As you might imagine, this leads to a ton of adventure. You can toss some coal or wood in your ship and go anywhere you want. You can even visit places other people have discovered as long as you have the coordinates. In fact, let's go visit our buddy Moon Moon. Poor guy, he looks hideous even as meat paste. I really like the tech system. They're basically abilities that can aid you in combat or just help with getting around. I've only found dash, which is, well, a dash, pulse jump, which is a double jump, and there's gravity bubble too, which is...
Hello, nerds! Building things with blocks, I see.
Oh yeah, there's this little thing about being able to play any fucking MIDI file you want through any instrument in the game and playing in a band with your friends. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Oh my god! Oh my god, we're brilliant! People need to know about us! Hello, disgusting robots. Our guitarist just got capped, keep playing! We must take our music to the skies, where even the gods may envy us.
Guitar's down again!
We must keep playing! So, you all knew it was coming, the inevitable comparison to Terraria. For the sake of brevity, I'll say that any preconceived notions you might have about Starbound before playing it are probably wrong. I too thought it'd be very similar to Terraria. As someone who has put many hours into Terraria and probably already too many hours into Starbound, I have not once felt like I was playing the same game. Does it look sort of like Terraria? Yeah. Was it inspired by Terraria? Probably. One of the developers from Terraria is working on it. Does it feel like Terraria? No, actually, not at all in my opinion. The transition from, it looks like Terraria in space, to, holy shit, I love this game, from people who are on the fence about buying it is pretty quick. My personal recommendation? Buy both. They're both incredible in their own right and feature a lot of things the other game doesn't. But, to be completely honest, even in its early beta stages, I think I already love Starbound a lot more, which is saying quite a bit. This isn't to say that Starbound doesn't have a plethora of issues though. Weapon selection is a little boring at the moment because I don't really see a reason to use anything but the best two-handed sword you can find. Or a gun if you decide to lame a boss to death like we did. This brings me to my next point. We shouldn't be able to kill enemies through blocks, or at the very least, bosses should be able to easily break blocks to get to us. Combat also feels a little stale. The techs help, but spamming left click is spamming left click at the end of the day. And the enemies may all look different, but they all act the same, which is to say, not very intelligent. There's also not a whole lot of monster abilities to go around. I'm aware this is beta though, and I have complete confidence that a lot of these issues will be resolved. They've already been very active about fixing things, like the whole mess that armor penetration and monster level brought on. Their decision to replace all of that with a more traditional system was a really good choice in my opinion. On top of that, there's already a booming mod community with a bunch of really cool mods. Coming from someone who's generally pretty cynical about games, this game has the foundation to be absolutely incredible. You guys should be really excited. I know I am. So anyways, about that unfinished business. I think Ham Smasher is better off. Sup? Hey, girl. Your secret's safe with me, buddy.
I'm flying!